Hey guys, today I am heading to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, home to the oldest and biggest Amish population in the country. If you don't know about the Amish, they're a group of Christians, Anabaptists specifically, that came to Pennsylvania to escape religious persecution. And this was back in the early 1700s. And most of the places I lived before I came to New York City all had a pretty big Amish population. And most people, I think, when they think about the Amish here in the US, they picture horse and buggy and people who live off the grid, don't use any electronics, no electricity, and that is partially true. But within the Amish community, there's also dozens of sub-communities, and they all have different takes on what's acceptable in terms of technology, in terms of using electricity, things like that. And the reason I'm going to Lancaster today is because you guys know I've always been in love with buffets, and ever since I moved to New York, I was like searching around for buffets, and really there's not a lot of them in New York City. So I was searching the surrounding areas, and I found this buffet that claims to be one of the biggest buffets in the country. The buffet is called the Shady Maples and is located, of course, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's why I'm going there today, to check a huge item off my buffet bucket list. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. This whole building is the buffet and a market, gift shop, and you can get meals to go as well. So this is a huge gift shop. I mean, when you think of gift shop, you think of a little tiny thing, but this is massive. Where's the buffet though? All right, I don't know if the buffet is actually in here. So the buffet is in the gift shop on the upper level. So you have to walk through. I feel like this gift shop is one of those things where like it shows up at the end of an amusement park ride, except this one's ginormous. So it's pretty cool. All these sections they have, you have to wear a mask if you go into the buffet, and you have to put on gloves, which is really nice. They're going from their breakfast to lunch right now. So the buffet, a lot of it is being set up right now. I managed to snag some of the breakfast items before they took it away because Amish cooking is a lot of comfort food, like biscuits and gravy, bacon, corned beef hash, things like that. And that stuff is amazing. And of course, everything's made from scratch. So I wanted to get some of this before they get taken down because when I was living in Missouri, I mean, this is the stuff I would eat every single day, like good old country cooking. So here, I call this heart attack on a plate. I got some eggs, I got tons of bacon, 2 types of gravy with my biscuits. And how you would eat this, you put the gravy on the biscuits and just mush it all together. Just eat it like this. I remember back in college, like we used to go to diners and eat this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I do miss this. Oh, that's good. That gravy's incredible. It's so thick and meaty. I think one of the gravy, I think this one right here, is sausage. I don't know what the other one is. I think the other one may be bacon. Wow, that's one of the best gravies I've had on a biscuit and gravy. A good gravy, it's thick, it's meaty, it's almost like super condensed meat soup. So good. I know after this meal, I'm gonna lose like at least 10 years off my life. I don't even care. New York has a lot of good food. One thing I've never found was really good country cooking or diner food. Food from what we used to call like a greasy spoon. Also, I managed to snag like I don't know what this is, like a pecan soggy thing. Oh, that's good. I think it's a pecan bread pudding. Soft and soggy, but in a good way, like drenched in sweet syrup. If you're on keto, or if you don't like foods that are super rich and sweet and overly seasoned, you wouldn't like this place. So happy. The best pancake I've had at an Amish restaurant in Pennsylvania. I think Mama's Cooking or something like that. It's on the way to Chicago. One year I was driving to Chicago and I stopped by for pancakes. Best pancakes I ever had. This reminds me of that. All right. Round 2. Lunch, got sausage and steaks on the grill. And look at this masterpiece. Whoa, that is a beautiful looking roast. Is that chicken?
No, it's pig stomach.
Pig stomach?
Yes.
I would love some pig stomach. That looks so interesting. Thank you. And can I get some of this roast?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Also, you know what's really weird? If you listen to the music, I don't know if you guys can hear. It sounds like erhu. It sounds like the Chinese erhu. I don't know. That's just what I'm kind of hearing. All right, I call this plate. My mom will be upset. I got a steak, some chicken, I got a roast beef on the bottom. I want to get a little veggie. The steak doesn't look like it's gonna be all that tender. It's actually kind of hard right now. But that chicken, are you hearing that? Oh, that is crispy. So good. Fresh from the fryer. Look how thin the skin is, right above that glistening, juicy flesh. You can tell this is crispy. Just beautifully fried and seasoned. And I think this thing is just some salt and pepper on here. Seasoning is not like Colonel's fancy. It's just simply fantastic. The more you eat that, the happier you become. All right, time for a bite of my tough steak. I know this is gonna be tough. Yeah, that steak definitely needs some salt and pepper and some tenderness in his life. Tastes like a steak that wasn't loved by his family growing up. Really just missing that tenderness. I think that baby crying in the background pretty much represent how I'm feeling in my mouth right now. I feel like the steak's name should be changed to Clint Eastwood. That's some true grit right there. So this is the pig stomach, and it's stuffed with ham and vegetables. See some cabbage, some corn in here, maybe some potatoes as well. This is interesting. The meat is very bouncy and snappy. It kind of reminds me of a cow tongue. That might have been a piece of the stomach lining. And the rest of the stuff tastes like stuffing with vegetables. Not bad. I got high hopes for this piece of steak though. This looks juicy and nice. And it cut very easily. Oh. If you come here, get that. Say no to the steak. Say heck yeah to the roast beef. Oh, this thing doesn't even need a knife to cut. Oh yeah, it's tender. Especially the edges with that nice melty piece of fat. All right, round three. Chicken and dumpling soup. When I moved to the US and I first encountered chicken and dumplings, I was so happy. Like, oh, finally, dumplings and chicken dumplings, all right. And when I got it, I'm like, wait, how's that a dumpling? But I did come to love it. Oh, this soup is great. So hearty and satisfying. That's like what this whole buffet kind of gives you the feeling of. Like you're eating at grandma's kitchen, like this whole place. Or not an Asian grandma, because there you'd be getting more like pork buns and noodles and whole fish with a head on it. Here, it's cornbread, fried chicken, roast beef, and ices. This both reminds me of the time I spent in the Midwest. And also, this grandma definitely seems more fun. And there's some dishes I never had before, like this is a stewed tomato. Tastes like a stewed tomato, but really sweet. This is dry corn. Tastes like dry corn, but also really sweet. I think I'm beginning to see a pattern here. This is their famous roast beef. It said famous on it. Like, I'm not just saying that. They actually call this famous, so. That's pretty good. Ah, it's tender. So again, a lot of the stuff is things you would typically recognize, but then there are food items I never had before, like this corn pancake. That is delicious. I mean, it makes sense, right? Pancake is sweet, corn is sweet. This is a potato pancake. Tastes like a grilled mashed potato. I still like the corn one more, but oh, that's really good. Also, this burger. Oh God, try the burger and make sure you get the cheese. I think around here, you can't go wrong with cheese and milk and all these local produce that they have. So good. Starting getting crowded in here. I gotta eat and get out. Now I'm just going for speed. Mashed potato and gravy is so good. And also, I got my dessert plate already. The dessert here is incredible. Whatever baked goods you're looking for, it's pretty much here. I never had this before. This is a shoe fly pie? I don't know what that means. That's so interesting. I can't tell what's inside. I have no idea what's in there, but it's good. Also, I've never seen an apple dumpling before, but apparently they exist, just like chicken and dumplings do. So the apple dumpling, texture-wise, kind of tastes like a chicken dumpling. Like a thick, doughy wrapper around an apple. The peach cobbler is so good. If you like pies or basically any baked goods, go to an Amish market and give it a try. All right, like I said, it's getting fairly crowded in here, so sorry we have to rush things a little, but these are the times. We'll talk more about this place outside.
I really enjoyed that. Now, if I try to drive home right away, that's gonna be dangerous because I know the coma's gonna sit in. They also have a Shady Maple farm market over there.
Okay, the buffet. I know I rushed out of there. They do only seat every other table. I'm just super paranoid, so I don't even want to be in the same proximity as other people, so I just took off. And as you can see, the food, like I said, is a lot of country cooking, a lot of home cooking, made by your grandma kind of stuff. Again, not an Asian grandma. So it's super filling, satisfying. It just tastes like a bundle of warmth. The best thing there, I feel like the brisket was amazing. I think I called it roast beef before. It's a brisket. The brisket was really good. The burger is really good. Fried chicken, phenomenal. And I am really glad I showed up between breakfast and lunch so I could kind of try both out. Got to try out some new stuff like the pig stomach, corn pancake, potato pancake, the sweet stewed tomato. I didn't love that one, but overall I thought the food was really good. Especially like, I like how they have all these specialty drinks, like you got local milk, local cheese, and then different local sodas like birch beer, creamy birch beer, red birch beer. I don't know how many birch beers there are, but there are a lot. And then the dessert. I wish I could have stayed longer and tried more of the dessert. Speaking of that, I'm gonna go find an Amish market right now and go buy a pie, take it home. They're baked good, they're cheese, they're butter, like just something so pure and tasty about them. They just make it better. And also the price, $16. This is after tax, 16 bucks for that buffet. You go to a Golden Corral buffet, I haven't been there in a long time. I think a Golden Corral buffet will cost you 12, 13 bucks. $16 for the brunch buffet. Breakfast I think is even cheaper. That's a good deal. For the variety, the quality, the birch beer, and if you are ever around this area, you should go try that buffet out. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You should go try that Smorgasbord out. All right, I'm serious. I'm gonna go find a Amish market. I don't really wanna go that one. Let's head deeper into Lancaster.
What's up, buddy? Guy must be eating something good. Oh, it smells great in here. I love stuff like this. All handmade, very homey, you know? Whoa, oh, this is super cute. If you ever want to just revisit Christmas any time of the year, just come here. And this is what I'm looking for. Freshly baked cookies. bread and pies. Oh, here it is, the shoe fly pie. Oh, it's brown sugar. That's what it was. I was like, it tastes like some kind of caramelized stuff. It's brown sugar pie. What's your best pie?
Shoe fly is probably the most popular one, or the apple is one of my favorites. So.
Okay, I'll take an apple. Oh yes, banana nut bread. Peanut butter icing. Wait, I'm gonna get this one. This one looks like it's been selling really well, so I'm gonna get this. By the way, everybody is so nice, from the buffet to these stores. I got some whoopie pies. I haven't had whoopie pies. I think it says Little Debbie made them. And then I got, she said the sticky buns were good. I got an apple pie, and then the banana nut bread. There's gonna be a huge snowstorm tomorrow, so I gotta stock up. So the bake shop I was at was called Bird in Hand Bake Shop. So I thought it was just, you know, Bird in Hand. Like, I didn't realize the town's name was Bird in Hand. And then I drove to the next town, the wonderful Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Sorry. Really interesting town names in Pennsylvania, I gotta say. This is called the Kitchen Kettle area, I think. Kitchen Kettle Village, and it's a bunch of stores and ice cream places, and apparently you can't come to Amish country without getting a soft pretzel. So that's what I'm gonna do. Am I the only person that's sad that a ice cream store is not open in the dead of winter? Could I get a garlic pretzel?
One garlic pretzel?
Yeah, and a cheese dip. Apparently this is what you gotta do. We're in Amish country, you gotta get a soft pretzel with a lemonade. Well, that's actually really good. Food-wise around here, nothing fancy, but all delicious. Oh, garlic pretzel. Chopped, airy, buttery, toasty warm on the outside. Goes perfect with the cheese sauce. Also, driving around and just looking at this whole area, that is beautiful. I mean, I'm sure it's much more beautiful, you know, without all the snow, but it's a beautiful part of Pennsylvania. And if you ever want a soft pretzel, don't go to Auntie Anne's, come to Intercourse. But seriously, if you're in New York City, you want to get out, see actual nature instead of the so-called nature in Central Park, this is a really great place. Food's wholesome, people are wholesome. It just gives off a really nice vibe. All right, it's gonna be dark when I get back, so I'm gonna hit the road. And for dinner tonight, apple pie and some sticky buns.
The next day.
Whew. Another snowstorm. There's been about a snowstorm every single week since I've been back, and this one's gonna bring about 8 inches of snow, so staying in today. Good morning. I had every intention of trying to eat this last night, but the long drive plus the food coma knocked me right out. So Amish baked goods for breakfast, and we got here the apple pie, the banana nut bread, the whoopie pie, and the sticky bun. And I just poured myself a cup of tea and just go ahead and dig into my apple pie. And I'm by myself, and I plan on eating this whole thing myself, so I don't have to be too gentle with it. Oh, so good. Oh, the only thing wrong with this is I've been on a diet and I don't have any ice cream. This thing is so gooey and incredibly flaky. It's so gooey. Not the crust, which are heavenly. Just the feeling until you bite into a piece of apple, which still retains a tiny bit of the crispiness. Sweet, tart, cinnamony. Oh, it's perfect with tea. Again, I haven't had a whoopie pie since I was a teenager. Oh wait, that's not true. When I went to Korea, in the city Jeonju, they actually make whoopie pies. If you love whoopie pies, you gotta go get one of these. I swear, everything. Amazing would be an understatement. Inside is so creamy, the outside, it's like eating a chocolatey pillow. It's my favorite. I think that's the mocha one. Banana nut bread.
It's nutty, and I taste the bananas. That's like basically my entire requirement. I really want to try a piece of the sticky bun before it gets cold again. I just heated this up in the oven a little bit. Oh, I don't think I put this in the oven long enough. It's a raisin sticky bun. This tastes like the most over-the-top cinnamon roll ever. I feel like the food you get from the Amish community is exactly that. Flavors are aggressive. Nothing is subtle. I mean, whatever it is, side dishes, main dishes, desserts, baked goods, everything. You're gonna taste it. And you're gonna love it. Also, if you're wondering why this is my breakfast, it's because growing up, there's really not a lot of privileges. I mean, you can rent a car cheaper, which is nice. You can go inside a bar, a casino, if that's your thing. But for me, I'm able to wake up and be like, I want to have apple pie and sticky buns for breakfast, and with a side of whoopie pie. This is one of the few privileges I feel like I exercise, and it truly brings me joy. So that's why I do it, kids. I'm on episode 11 of True Beauty, which I feel like the cast is, how should I say this? It's the Japanese A5 Wagyu steak of beautiful. Like almost too beautiful. Anyway, gonna see how this whole thing ends. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.